Hey everyone, this is Mike Morford, host of The Murder of My Family. Although we're in between episodes of the show, I wanted to share this preview with you for a podcast I think you'll really enjoy. It's from Wondery, and it's called Even the Rich, the Kennedys. There's one family name that is synonymous with American culture, the Kennedys. They became a quintessential symbol of the all-American family of the 21st century. But as they cemented their place in history, the pressure to remain picture-perfect became undeniable. And in the end, it proved to be deadly. As a young senator, Ted Kennedy mysteriously drove his car off the road into a lake. He survived the crash, though his passenger did not. Fearing that his presidential bid would be tarnished, Ted waited 10 hours to report the fatal incident. As the investigation progressed, his story about the events leading up to the crash started to fall apart, and word of the deadly accident spread quickly. Soon he faced accusations that not even the Kennedys could overcome. You're about to hear a preview of the newest season of Even the Rich, the Kennedys. While you're listening, subscribe to Even the Rich on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or listen ad-free on the Wondery app. I hope you enjoy this preview, and I'll see all of you back here very soon.
It's a little after 8 in the morning on Saturday, July 19th, 1969, and Jim Arena is in his office, getting ready for what will probably be another boring day. Arena works on Martha's Vineyard, which is this little vacation island about 7 miles off the coast of Massachusetts. He's the local chief of police, which sounds like a big job, but it really isn't. There's maybe a couple burglaries a year on the vineyard, or an occasional bar fight or two. There isn't even really a police station. It's just 2 rooms in the town hall. Arena's killing time. I'm picturing him hanging a bunch of string off a bulletin board, trying to solve an unsolvable crime or something, when there's a knock on the door. It's a policewoman. She starts telling him someone saw a car floating near a bridge on Chappaquiddick. Chappaquiddick is a small island across from the vineyard. She asks him if he wants to send somebody over there. Nah, Arena replies, I'll go check it out myself.
A floating car must be a major event for the police chief of Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, it's practically on the level of a shark attack. So 30 minutes later, he's parking his police cruiser at the edge of the bridge. It's one of those one-lane wooden bridges, and he notices some skid marks and a couple of the slats are busted out. Then he sees 2 men on the bridge fishing, so he goes over and asks them if they saw a car underneath. One of the fishermen replies, Yeah, I saw one on the other side. Arena turns around and looks down into the murky water. He can see what looks like 2 tires sticking out above the waterline. When he looks up, there's a woman heading his way. She says she lives just down the road, and last night around midnight, she heard a car speed past her house. Arena considers this, and then he asks her if she's married.
Wow. Trying to score a date at a crime scene? Bold.
No, it's not like that. He's asking because he wants to know if her husband has a swimsuit he could borrow. The woman looks him up and down. Arena's like 6'4" and 230 pounds, so the odds aren't great he'd fit into anyone's swimsuit. But then she says, Yeah, I've got something that'll work. A few minutes later, Arena's ready. He takes a breath and jumps into the water. It's cold and the current is strong. He figures his breath will last a minute, 90 seconds tops, so he has to move fast. He tries to swim towards the car, but the current keeps pushing him back. He tries again, same thing. He can't get close enough to see inside. So he climbs out of the pond and goes back to his police cruiser and radios the station, asking for backup and the fire department's scuba diver. Then he jumps back into the water and tries one more time to get a look inside the car. No dice.
You're killing me. What's in there?
Gotta wait for the scuba diver. Meanwhile, Arena scrambles on top of the overturned car and sits down to catch his breath. That's when he notices the license plate, L78207. When backup arrives, Arena's still sitting on the car huffing. He cups his hands around his mouth and shouts, I got the plate number, radio it in. A few minutes later, the guy on shore shouts back, the car is registered to Senator Edward Kennedy.
Like Kennedy?
Yep. Better known as Ted Kennedy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what Arena's thinking. But he barely has time to process the news before the scuba diver shows up. The guy's in the water for 10 minutes. Arena can hear him banging away on the car's closed windows. When the diver surfaces, he's holding something. It's a young woman. She's petite with blonde hair, wearing a long-sleeved white blouse and dark slacks.
Damn. I don't suppose by some miracle she's part mermaid and survived?
Sadly, no. She's dead. Inside the car of a United States senator.